Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Fred Levi, and in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and talk about getting started with credit repair company. Now, I got two videos online because I'm going to be posting these videos in different places. Give me one second. Let me shut the door. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes just to let some people get on before I get started. A little bit about my background. Like I said, my name is Fred Levi. I've been doing credit repair since June of 2000. That's when I first found myself in a situation where I actually needed credit and wasn't able to get it. I went to go buy a car, and they said I wouldn't qualify even if I had a cosigner. So that's how bad the credit was back then. Fast forward to today. Today's the 10th of February 2018. I have an excellent credit score, high 700s. It's good enough for me. I qualify for top tier financing wherever I go. Hey Maria, what's going on? I see you out there. Happy Saturday to you. Um, so in this video, what I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to talk about a few things when you get started with a credit repair company, things that you need to think about to see if this is even going to be lucrative for you. You do need to put some thought and energy into um, the process. So I'm going to go ahead and just hang on for maybe another minute or so before I get started. Brian, what's up with you, man? I see you there. Going to be talking about getting started with a credit repair company. I know I've been there's a lot of people who want to join the group and they just don't have um, I ask questions in the beginning because one, I want to know if you want to start a credit repair company, and two, I want to know what you want to learn. Hi Tiffany, thanks for joining. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the basics of getting started with starting your own credit repair company. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now. The first thing that I always like to do when I talk with my coaching clients is to create a business plan. And the purpose of creating a business plan is, one, you have to do your research. You have to go ahead and find out what other companies are doing so that you can know how you're going to be putting your marketing into place, how you're going to price your services, what other companies are doing, and how you can stand above them and do more than what they're offering. So there's a lot of research when you put together a business plan. I took a class in college, and that's why I learned how to put a business plan together. So this is something that I feel is key, is important for you guys to figure out what your competition is doing and how by them choosing you as their credit repair organization that you'll be the best fit for them, one, but two, what they're going to get from you. There's an acronym called WIFM, what's in it for me. So you want to be able to explain to your clients why they need to choose you and why you're better than the rest. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing that I like to do is I like to identify your niche. Who do you want to target? Who do you want to market to? There's a lot of different places out there that you guys could go to. You have people who think that inquiries are something that is going to hurt their scores so much that they just only want to work on their inquiries. This could be a program you can put together for your clients, an inquiry program. I know there's companies out there that charge $500, $750 just for inquiries. So this may be something that you guys want to do. It might be something that can help you as far as, targeting what it is that they're looking for. But one, for how you can go ahead and explain to them how inquiries only count for 10% of their score. So yeah, it is important, but it's only a very small section of their credit. So identify your niche, Who do you want to work with? People buying homes, people buying cars. So this is something that you want to talk about um, with whoever you're going into business with. If you're doing it by yourself, then you want to go ahead and maybe discuss it with somebody, peers of yours, just to ask them, get a mastermind going, and try to figure out, what do you think is going to be in the best interest for you and your clients. Next thing that I think about is learning. You do need to know credit repair. You do need to know what credit repair is and how it works, so that way you can explain it to your clients. Your clients are going to be asking a lot of questions, about the process and how it works. So you need to be able to come off the cuff and let them know, hey, listen, there are laws put in place, federal laws put in place to protect you as a consumer. And the credit bureaus and the furnishers, they have to follow these laws, and if they don't, they're in violation. And that's what we use to leverage the deletion. So, one, I always say, make sure you guys get acclimated to the credit repair process and exactly how it works. Credit repair can be very lucrative, but you also need to know how to explain it to your clients, um, and explain it to them in a way that they're going to be able to gather this information and say, hey, yes, this is going to be a great investment for me, because that's what it is. It is an investment in themselves. Now, you may charge monthly, you may charge pay per delete. Whatever the case is, whatever you guys are wanting to charge, you need to be able to find their pain points when you're discussing with them in the beginning, what their goals are, and then find those pain points and then bring everything back to those pain points. If they're looking at trying to buy a car, hey, Fred, do you have the name of that? Yeah. Let me get the name for you shortly. I do have a book on Amazon. It's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I also have another book on there. I think I have a couple of copies right here. I have another book right here. Your FICO credit score, simple steps to improving that. So this is one of the books, and then I have the other book. Um, sorry. Um, but welcome to the video. Shelton, I see you hopped on. Thank you for joining. So back to the learning process, you want to find their pain points and hit those pain points. So that way you can let them know what type of, how starting with you as a credit repair company and them as a client, how that's going to benefit them, how much they'll be able to save by having better credit. Now, a lot of people come to me because they want to buy a car. I have a niche for car buyers, home buyers, people who want credit or funding. So I have different niches that I target, and this may be something that may or may not work for you, but it's something that's going to be there for you guys to explain to your potential clients. So that's one thing. Just learning the laws, how it works, and how that can affect your clients when you're going through the process of their credit repair. Okay. Fourth thing I want to talk about is delegation and what it means to you as a credit repair company. So doing credit repair, you don't want to do all the work. You want to be out there bringing in new business. So you need to learn when and how to delegate, how to find virtual assistants. It's very easy to do so, but you're going to have to put them through tests. I do have virtual assistants that do work for me who pretty much run my business on the processing side. So as far as processing, delegation is going to be it's going to be your best friend. It's going to be able to help you do what you need to do as the business owner, and then have your employees working for you and running the business. As long as you train them the way you want your company to be ran, it's going to work out for you. The fifth thing is building affiliate relationships. Now, what I like to do is I like to get out in front of dealerships and real estate agents and loan officers. This puts me in a position to come off as an expert. One, I can help their clients, but two, I can help their business. because just by increasing their sold base, their clients who actually purchase something, depending on what type of industry they're in, it's going to increase their monthly income. So that's something that's very important. Another thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and educate the affiliates that you bring on board with you. You want to educate them on how your process works, so that way they're not in the dark. You know, you, depending upon if you have the funds to obtain credit repair software, you should be able to put them into a portal where they can go ahead and send clients to you automatically online. And then they can also always check the status of their clients at all times. So it's a 24/7 type of thing. But education is always going to be key to let the affiliates know, because sometimes when you bring on an affiliate, they'll give bad information to the client. They'll tell them that as long as they're 50% utilized, their utilization rates are at 50%. They'll tell them that that's fine, and that's far from fine, because if they get it under 7%, that's going to greatly improve their scores, because we all know that 30% of your credit score is based on credit utilization. So education on the part of bringing in your affiliates, and just kind of training them on the onboarding process, how your system works and everything like that, is going to help you guys out a lot. Create your pricing structure. So based upon your location of where you're at, you want to check different companies in your area and see what they're charging. You want to go to a reputable company, one, because you want to, if you're charging too high or you're charging too low, you want to get what you're worth. You want to know what your value is. You want to know what you bring to the table, and then you want to pass on either a savings or an increase, but explaining, this is the reason why we are more, we cost a little bit more. Now, there's companies out there, I don't like to name drop, but there are companies out there that have a decent price, but their structure as far as disputing processes, to be blunt with you, they suck. They go out there and they say, this account doesn't belong to me, when in fact it does, and there's no reason for them to even say a lie that the account doesn't belong to them, because in fact it does. So with that being said, I mean, how can you justify paying money to a company who says that the account doesn't belong to them, right? They're saying that the account doesn't belong to me, but it actually does. But then you have all kinds of errors on the credit report. And the Fair Credit Reporting Act says that if an account is reported, it has to be 100% accurate, 100% verifiable, and reporting within the time frame. So if they're not doing any of that, you don't have to say it's not mine. You can say, hey, this account says it was opened on January 1st. I don't know any banks that are open January 1st, one, and two, the other bureaus are reporting a different day, so which day is it? Things along those nature. So you want to be able to understand where you come from and what you bring to the table before you start your pricing. Now, there's a big topic, big discussions that are always going on as far as how should I charge? Should I charge monthly, or should I charge pay per delete? Now, my advice to you is to split test the two. Charge a certain amount of clients monthly, charge a certain amount of clients on a pay per deletion model, and see what works out best for you. When I first made my switch over to the pay per delete model, people were getting sticker shock, because they'd have an $800, $2,000 bill after the first round, and they're like, hey, what can I can't pay you this, and then they kind of like just drop out, and then you've done this work and you're not getting paid for it. So another thing that you might look into is, if you do want to go that pay per deletion route, and what I've done, and it's worked pretty good for me, is by doing the pay per delete model, right? Say the bill is over $500, right? First round, you get $500 worth of deletions. I charge $50 a deletion. charge, you know, your charge-offs, your collections, late payments, things of those. I charge 50 bucks a piece. So if I get 10 of those either deleted or repaired, then this is what they're looking at as a $500 bill. Now, if they pay that amount in full, what I'll do is I'll give them a 20% discount. So instead of paying 5, they pay 400, they save 100 bucks. Now, if they want to go ahead and just say, hey, I can't afford the $500, what I'll do is I'll put them on a minimum payment of $100 a month. So that way you're going to get your money. You got $500 on round one, right? $500 on round one, they're going to pay you $100 for 5 months. But now you're going to send round two. And hopefully, you know, you're getting more deletions after round two. And as the rounds go up, you're getting more and more deletions, and you just allow them to pay $100 a month. Say, for instance, you get them done in 4 months, and you've racked up $1,800 worth of a bill. They're going to pay you for 1,800 months. You've only worked on them for 4 months. So then you have 14 months of residual income just coming in of $100 a piece. So things to take into account is split testing and see what works best for you and your business model, your location, because based on where you are, different parts of the country, prices will vary depending upon what your clients are able to afford. Now, I'm in California, in the Bay Area. That's where my bread and butter is, right here in the Bay Area. It's very expensive living out here. So, you know, people may say, you know, it's expensive, but it doesn't matter where you're at, folks. Whether you're in a place where they make a lot of money or the place they make a little bit of money. Whatever the case is, I mean, you know, everybody's going to complain about pricing. You know, it's either too expensive, they can't afford it. Whatever the case is, do what works best for you and your pricing model. Just put something together, split test it, see how it works. If you choose a price point that might be low, increase it by $5 or $10 and see how that works out for you as you start increasing your client flow. You know, another thing that you might want to do is offer a referral program to your clients, maybe to help offset some of the fees that they're being charged. So that's another thing. Okay, the 8th thing I want to talk about, automation. What are you doing to help automate your business? This is very big now. I've recently made a switch to a different software, and they're able to integrate with Zapier, and boy, has that changed my business tremendously. I mean, I've probably seen an increase of 2,000% since I've made my switch. So automation is always going to be your best friend, because one is going to take away from the tasks that you need to do. So this is something that you want to look into. You want to look into automation, what it means to you and your business, how it can help speed up the processes, and how it can help, you know, give you back more time. Okay. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about is educating your clients. A lot of times clients don't know. I mean, sometimes they do know, but they don't know everything. Just like real estate agents don't know everything. And I'm not trying to bash on anybody. That's not my point here. My point is a lot of people get information, which is bad information. So you have to be the expert to come in and help educate your clients. Let them know, hey, this is what we're doing and this is why we do it. You know, some companies in credit repair, they focus on just only negative information. And if you're focusing only on negative information, that's only going to account for 35% of credit repair. We have a whole nother 65%, and the 65% is what's going to get them over that 700 mark. So, you know, our goal in my company, my goal is to get my clients over 750. 740 is fine with me. As long as I get them to that 740 mark, I've hit my goal. Now, a lot of clients come to me in the low 400s to mid 500s. And as long as they do everything that I teach them to do and help as I educate them, because as I go along through my process, I give them education. I constantly feed them information. I send them emails. I give them videos in regards to different things they can do. And this is going to help increase their knowledge base, one, but two, it's going to help them learn how to effectively move through the credit repair process and how to rebuild their credit, reestablish their credit, and get their credit where it needs to be. They'll know that, hey, look, if I use too much of my credit card, I'm going to be overutilized, and that's going to drop my score because 30% of my credit score is based on credit utilization. You know, when they go to Macy's or J.C. Penney's, they're always asking, do you want to use your Macy's card or your J.C. Penney's card? And when you tell them no, they ask you to sign up for one. Well, as you're giving them education, they're going to say, hey, listen, if I apply for credit, that's going to affect my new credit stance, and that counts for 10%. That's also going to bring down, if I do get approved, it's going to bring down my length of credit, and that accounts for 15%. So right there, I'm affecting 25% of my credit score. So by giving them information constantly and consistently, you're going to help educate them and get them in a place where they need to be. So that's the things I want us to talk about today. And my goal is to try to get you guys, get some information to you guys as much as possible. I know I've been kind of out of the loop for a while. But if you guys have questions, feel free to drop them, drop a comment, post it in the group. And what I'll do is I'm going to try to bring on people as well, so I can go ahead and go over questions. We can go ahead and just get some type of we can get some questions going. Try to answer the questions, right? To get you guys to, one, understand, and two, just know how to build off of what it is. My goal is to kind of mastermind with the likes of people trying to get into the credit repair industry and get to a place where they want to be. I'm sorry I'm looking up and down. I have two cameras going, so you might see me looking at this camera here, or you might see me looking down here. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you guys have any topics that you guys want to discuss, I definitely want to try to bring those out in a video, maybe have some other people on, and just get a mastermind going, because, that's what this group is for. I started the group a few years back to try to help people trying to get into the industry. I know a lot of times people they don't know where to start. And, I was there some years back. I've been doing this for going on 18 years. And I didn't know what I didn't know until about 2009. So I'm only about 9 years in. And that's when I really started, picking up the pace. I started with my training. And when I started with the training to try to figure out the business in the industry, things just started going up and up and up. I was working with one company who was sending me leads for credit repair, and I would just do the credit repair, not even, I didn't know about the Credit Repair Organizations Act. I didn't know about all these things that you have to follow. So that's the purpose of this group. The purpose of this group is to, try to show you guys and lead you guys into the right path to know exactly what you need to do, how to do it properly, so that way, people aren't coming down on you. We don't want FTC or the Attorney General coming down on you. We want you guys to run a company that's going to be profitable and, be profitable, one, and two, you just want to be able to grow your business. So with that being said, thank you guys for coming on the video. Again, this is Fred Levi, and I will talk to you guys all soon.